Quererse, quererse. Quererse is a common thing to say in Spanish. Quererse is a verb and it means to love and to like. Querer, the verb querer, has so many meanings, and one of them is this. Of course, we have the verb querer right here, and also we have se, which is an indication that you can use reflexive pronouns with this verb. Se, me, te, le, nos. Okay? So remember that. That's something important to remember. So when talking about loving, it's a very flexible love. You know, it's not like when you say to someone, I love you, like your partner, right? It's not as intense, but it's there, you know, you're showing that you care about someone. And also, well, in some situations, it can mean to like. So let's look at some examples using this verb. Okay. The first example is te quiero mucho. Te quiero mucho. This is a common phrase to say in Spanish, by the way. This means I love you so much. But this is a way to say I love you to, for example, to your family, to your friends, to even your partner, but it's a very mild I love you, you know? So keep that in mind. I know that there is the Spanish phrase te amo, which is a more complex, more intense phrase that means I love you. So this one right here is more versatile. So you can use it among friends, among family, and also partners. So romantic partners, of course. And let's break this down. Te quiero means I love you. So you can just say te quiero, and that means I love you. Okay. So technically you're saying yo te quiero, but we don't need yo all the time. So you don't have to say it. We need the reflexive pronoun te, which, you know, it tells us here that we can do that. Te means you. Okay. Quiero comes from the verb querer, and te quiero means I love you. Okay, yo te quiero, I love you, or te quiero. Mucho means so much. Okay, mucho, so much. So remember that it's different from the phrase te amo. Oop, not T. Te amo mucho. So this you would say to your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband or wife. You can also say te quiero to your boyfriend or girlfriend, also your husband or wife. But te amo is a very romantic phrase for sure, and it's a more intense phrase. But also keep in mind that you can say te amo to your family, to your parents, to your sister, to your brother. You can say that as well because you're telling them that you really love them. Okay. You can also say te quiero, that's for sure, but that's a more mild I love you. And also, well, remember that if you say te amo mucho to a friend, that can be a bit tricky. That can be actually, it's not the same, because I would not say this to a friend, because you're saying to your friend, I want something more than friendship when you say this phrase. Okay. But you can use it with your family and with your romantic partner, if you are in a romantic relationship. Excellent. Let's move on. Te quiero mucho. That's more flexible. Okay, now let's move on. Let's see what we have here. Oops. Miguel y María, Miguel y María se quieren, oops, se quieren, pero solo como amigos. Miguel y María se quieren, pero solo como amigos. What does this mean? This means Miguel and Maria like each other, but only as friends. So, we're being very specific here. We are telling we're telling someone that Miguel and Maria, y means and. So we have Miguel and Maria. By the way, no accent marks in English. So there you go. Miguel y María, Miguel and Maria se quieren. Se is a reflexive pronoun. That means quite a few things, but in this situation, it means each other. Okay? Quieren, ellos se quieren, they like each other, or Miguel y María se quieren. Miguel and Maria like each other. Quieren, that's the verb querer, right? This one. So it's conjugated, of course, for they, and also, well, that's it. Let's move on. Pero means but, solo, only, como, as, amigos, friends. Miguel y María se quieren, pero solo como amigos. Because, as I said before, sometimes people can say te quiero mucho, and those people can be in a relationship, romantic one. So it's good to clarify if you have to. In this situation, we are clarifying that they like each other, but just as friends. Okay? Just as friends, nothing else, no romance there. So you can do that in Spanish for sure. You can clarify things for sure. For sure. Excellent. Excellent. Remember, quererse means to love and also to like. Just like we are, let me just erase this. Okay. So here, querer or quererse, quiero, means love. Here, it means like. Okay. So now we know that quererse can be used in those situations, in these situations, and we know what it means. Quererse, to love, to like.